Dámy a páni, pekný dobrý deň. Vítame vás pri sledovaní špeciálneho videopodcastu, videorelácie portálu Sportnet, kde našim exkluzívnym, milým a myslím si, že môžem povedať úplne bez nejakých okolkov fantastickým hosťom CRAIG RAMSAY. CRAIG, I will start in Slovak and continue in Slovak and then we're gonna speak in English. Tento podcast, respektíve túto reláciu si môžete pozrieť na YouTubeovom kanále, rovnako tak na všetkých audio platformách a rovnako tak ho nájdete aj vo video verziách. No a pevne veríme, že sa vám bude páčiť. Šerujte ho, zdieľajte ho, aby sa dostal k čo najviac ľuďom. Probably you understand everything?
Absolutely.
Perfect. You are here 6 years, so I hope that you're Slovak. You know some basic phrases, don't you?
Aké sa máš?
Dobre, a ty?
Výborný.
Perfect. So, that's, I think that's the end of our Slovak lesson number 1, but anyway, as you told me that you're fine, but we are back, you're back in the business, you're back here in Slovakia. Is it still for you the same routine? Or you still got chills, you still got excitement because like in 1 month there is gonna be World Championship. How do you feel it still after those years?
It's quite amazing. People ask me sometimes, do I get nervous before a game? I said, always, every game. It doesn't matter for me. And after 50 plus years in hockey, professional hockey, everything matters because I want to do the best job that I can do for my players, for my team, and now for this country. And I want my players to play properly, to play like they're well coached, and to give a good performance. So I'm excited every time I go out on the ice. Doesn't matter, practice or a game, it's exciting time.
How it was for you to step for the first time in this season on the ice when you practice, when you look on the left board or right board, how it is?
Well, I worry mostly about whether I fall down when I step out on the ice. I take long breaks and I forget sometimes if I ask to get my skates sharpened, I don't want to go out and I did it one time, I had the skate guard still on and I'd always careful. But
hope so we got it on camera. Is it on camera?
No, it was not. But, every time I go out, I usually get a puck and start testing the boards and getting familiar with how they bounce. And we did a lot of things today using passes off the board, some off the glass. And I want the players to understand they have to know exactly how each rink works because they all work differently. It sounds surprising, but the boards are different. The bottom of the board bounces more than the middle of the board and the glass, and there's all that. But yeah, I always skate around and have some fun.
This is your 6th year as in position of coach of national team here in Slovakia. Go a little back in time, summer 2017, when you signed the contract. Have you got maybe just for 1% in your mind that you will be part of our team right now in 2023?
No way. No. When I first talked to Miro, it was, can you give us a hand? And he wanted to change Slovak hockey, the way it was played, and get people back more interested in the team, the players interested in coming, and young players back playing. So I said, yeah, a year, maybe 2. I never expected to be 6, but things have happened. I've seen the improvement in the players, the growth, I believe, in how we play, that we now have a team, we've created players who can compete at the world level. And then we've had some bad breaks in games late that I think we could have won. I think, I go back, Košice World Championships, we lost 2 games late, the Canada game with 2.8 seconds, the German game 28 seconds. 1.8. It was crazy, 1.8, don't remind me.
Sorry.
It was something you don't like to think about, but it pops in your head. And there's certain, the loss in Finland in the second round, I thought we should have won the game, and then you think, I got to do this again.
But your probably nicest memory through the year, Peking, you still got those moments in front of the viewers when I said Peking?
Oh, you could, I think, see the bright in my eyes, because I can, to get there, we had to beat some good teams. Scoring in the last minute against the U.S. to get it to overtime, the shootout, and everybody started jumping, and I just turned to Pardo and, is it really over? Because I was so focused on each player, and he said, it's over. And then we went on in the Sweden game, and the team played so hard in that third period, and I said some things after the second or before the third that, I wouldn't normally do. But it just seemed to be the right idea, and the players reacted in a wonderful way. But to get that medal and be part of that was something you'd never forget. Truly amazing.
Where's your medal? You got it.
I got it. Yeah, the federation had some made because only the players get it. But yeah, we got it, and I couldn't get back. They, had it made, and they called me, and I said, "No, pass it out. It's time," because it took quite a while. They did a wonderful job on those medals. The company that made it, they did a spectacular job. But I wanted the people to have it, and I knew I'd get it, so Eric Chernak actually brought it to me in Tampa, and my wife wouldn't let me bring it back. She doesn't trust me. She's afraid I'll leave it somewhere.
Yeah. I think also after the Olympics, he said, okay, it's perfect, we got medal, it's huge success for Slovakia, but the job is still not done.
Yes.
You're continuing. We got World Champions gonna be in few weeks, so it's what you got like next step. Also medal from World Championship. Of course, the best way possibility is gold, but I don't know if you looking that.
The one thing I was talking with Frigo today. I don't make plans, and I said I want to win. More than just get into the quarters, more than the next round. I want us to compete at the very highest levels. And if we play our system, if we play properly, I think we can play against any team in the world. And I want to see that. I want the players to feel that. And I always know there's always another job for me to do, something. And I just want our team to play properly every game. I want us to be fast, to be hard to play against, to be tough. And I've seen this growth, and I want to continue to see that, which means we win every game. So we win every game, I guess we get a medal. But it's exciting, and I want the players to feel that excitement that we had in Beijing. And so we keep pushing for more.
It reminds me when I think Anastasia Kuzminova, our great biathlon athlete, she always wants to hit 20 shots in one race, and I think in her last race she did it. So I hope so that team gonna win in Riga every game. But okay, let's talk about Riga. First time the World Championship when he was the coach, 2021. It was
it was horrible.
COVID time. You've been there all the time. I came to Riga on quarterfinals, and for me it was back to that days okay, because they got, I think for a month, the worst numbers of COVID in Europe. But when I came back, everything was open. I was walking in the city, and I was in touch with players. I was texting with them on Instagram, and they saw my Instagram stories. They're like, "You're in the city, and we are locked in our hotel." I was like, "Sorry, guys, I know." So how also it was for you? Just see hotel, arena, and that's all.
Well, when we first got there on the bus, and there was a beautiful church across there with gold domes on it, a restaurant over there on the upper floors outside, and they pushed in, and they had big guards on the doors, and I usually sneak out, but Susanna said, "Please don't sneak out. You'll have to go home, and we don't want that." So we were locked, and I had a nice room. It all looked so beautiful, windows looking out. But after 3 days, it wasn't beautiful anymore. It wasn't fun.
Golden cage.
It was like being in jail. It was a very nice jail, but it was a jail, and it was. I can't describe how awful that was, to go there and be able to look out, sunshine, what looked like a beautiful place, and everybody's telling me what a beautiful city it is, and we could not see it. So of all the things I've done over many years, that was one of the worst. And, we played good, so we got to move on, which meant more time in the jail. And then, of course, Beijing, we were locked up in the fence, couldn't go anywhere, but we could go outside, at least. So Riga wins. That was the worst. But I can't wait to go back.
Yeah, now it's going to be totally different. So what are your expectations from it? I know that probably you already buy some books, where to go in Riga, but also not only sightseeing, but also from hockey, of course.
With me, I do a lot of walking, and I know I should, check and find out, but like today we talked about the zoo, and I hadn't been there because I just walk and walk and walk, and whatever I see, I go there. But I do it all by myself, and I need to do a better job and get a guide or get somebody. But I love to just walk around and visit the city and see what's in there. And I'll find a way and find a good pub to relax in, I hope.
There are a lot of good pubs in the city center, and it's a type of city like in Scandinavia, like in Stockholm or Helsinki. You would like it.
I think I'll like it, and I'm looking forward to, especially since we were already there and didn't get to see it. So now we'll actually get to see it. And, I think one of the things that I do stress with my players is that I want them to have fun. We practiced hard, but we try to put something fun in every practice. And the same when we're out. I want them to see the city. I want them to feel like it's okay to have some fun, as long as they understand the most important thing is the game. Be ready. And I think it helps us as a team that they know that. They can have some fun, but it's pretty demanding. You show up and play or you won't play. And the players understand that.
We are at the very beginning, but already with all those guys in a training camp, it looks like the team is going to be strong. There are good names. Another big names will come. Do you feel, or you got that good feeling from the team also because the players want to be the part of a national team, want to be a part of the team where is a head coach, CRAIG RAMSAY? I don't know, maybe it will be your last dance, or?
It could be. We don't make any decisions, I told you. I don't plan. I wait for my emotion to tell me something, but We've never had a team like this to start with.
Oh.
Usually we're really trying to get enough players to field the team. And now we've got many players that don't come till the end, because they were finished early, unusual. So it's surprising when I see the names, but all of the kids that came out and played this week were, to me, amazing, and they played hard. They practiced hard. I thought that Peter did a great job putting the practice together. And it was a practice at a pace that you don't see very often. And I watch, and I thought, maybe I've been away too long. It's been 5 weeks or something, I don't know, but the players played fast, they played hard, and they battled, and they did everything that we asked. I was very impressed with the boys that were out there, all of them.
Yeah, as I said, you got like 20 players at the camp, some big names, Tehlarik, Hrivik, and Gernat, for example, but on the World Championship, there won't be any players from KHL because we know what's happening, and here in Slovakia it's like everyone every day. It's in everybody's like Russia, Ukraine, the war, because of course Ukraine is our neighbor. But how it is in US? Does people care about it? Do they read the news, or do they even know what's happening there?
Absolutely, everybody knows, and many people said to me before, you can't go. And I said I would go, so I am going. But yeah, the U.S. knows about it, and I think we should have done a better job. But the decision was made, and it was made in the best interest of everybody, and it's over as far as we're concerned. As far as the hockey goes, I always coach whoever shows up. I've been saying that for many years, and it's hardly the same topic, but in Philadelphia, when I was coaching there, it was always, as soon as somebody got hurt, you should make a big trade and get new people and change everything. And, I coach who shows up. And we have great players to coach and great players that will do their best. But we know about it. We hope for the best. The U.S. does care. And it's a difficult situation.
Patrik Rybár, Julius Hudaček, Adam Húska, Michal Čajkovský, Christian Jaroš, Adam Liška, Tomáš Jurčo, Michal Krištof. A lot of names. Who will you miss maybe at most? Because probably, I think only Hudaček said that his national career is over. But the other players, if everything is okay, they got pretty big chance to be part of a national team. Who will you miss at most?
I don't look at it. I don't even think about it, to be honest with you, and it sounds awful, but I don't think about them. They're not on the team. But I think about the guys who are here, and the Solarics and the Hrivik, and Gernat. I just thought Gary was great the last few days, and he scored 1 goal today on a drill, and it was crazy because it wasn't part of the drill. He just made it up, and I said, I'm going to use that in the drill from now on. So I coach who shows up. I love the players that do. I love their attitude and their willingness, their desire, and the commitment they make to be here and be part of something. I've always been impressed since I got here with the commitment of the Slovak boys who show up, because it's not an easy thing. Some of them are here for a long time. By the time you go all the way through it, I can remember obviously about the great story of Ferravari. He was added because we needed a player. And after the first week, Miro said, do we send him home? I said, no. Another week. No. 1 more week. and he's playing in the World Championships as an 18-year-old and very successfully. And then, of course, you look at Slavkovsky, Nemec, 17 years old, playing against the top guys and playing like stars, you know. Slavy, obviously MVP. But, you know, every player that shows up for me, the young boy from Nitra who had to finish today and go play a game, but he wanted to be there, and the desire they have, they make me proud to be part of it.
Mm-hmm. Also one special player is in your team after 4 years, Richard Pánik. He's a very good player. I don't know why he don't like us, journalists, but okay. But how important he is for you, because on the ice, all the time, especially I like to say it, I like his play, but for you, after those years, how important is he for a national team?
Well, when Richard finishes with his NHL contract, he's going to be a big part of our team. He played well in Košice, but I think he's going to be even better. He played for a friend of mine in Switzerland, and I know Jeff is a great coach, and I know he worked with him and talked to him, and Richard expressed the big desire to come and play. And that was exciting to hear. And I think it will be great to have him in our lineup. And I think he's going to bring an attitude that's strong in character. And he has NHL tools. And it's going to be a good addition that we haven't had for a while. Mm-hmm. It'll be nice to have him back.
You know what, Craig, I like it that I see that you bring to Slovakia, for Slovak players, bigger confidence, because I think this is the problem not only for Slovak hockey players, but like us, for like Slovaks, we got very small confidence in everything. Mm.
Yeah.
And do you feel it that maybe Libor Hudáček's got confidence Michael Jordan? Hi, Libor. But a lot of people, a lot of players must grow up. Do you feel maybe the same, that you little help them?
I hope so, but I felt it right away when I first came. And I think the German tournament, I think it was the Deutschland Cup, mm-hmm. And we fell behind, and I look, and the heads are down, and everybody's sad, and I said, hey, stop getting so sad so fast. We can win this game. Just play, don't worry about it. And we did, and I could see this, wow, this is different. I didn't get mad, I didn't yell at them, I just said, hey, head up, understand something. We can beat anybody we play. We can outskate anybody we play. I started that, and I've continued that, and my coaches do that. And I think I see it in my players, that these players have that attitude. They're not afraid of anybody. And it's a funny thing with a country, they get great pride in a sport team and winning the bronze medal. And I could see in the city what it did, the parade and the thing in the city center, and everybody was proud. And I think all of those things build up and give people confidence and a belief. And everybody should believe. Every day is a good day. Every day you face it, you get up, and you make it a good day. And I was really sick a long time ago, and my sister sent me this book, or a note about a book, and that was part of it. Was, each time you wake up, it's a good day, and enjoy it and be happy about it. So smiling is good, feeling happy, and then one of the ways to make yourself happy is to know that you've done everything you can to make this game good, to make this day good, and being part of something like this, it's just fun.
Perfect speech. When you start with this locker room, I agree that the players must come to the ice like lions. Also, there are two lions that also their story is very inspirational. Miloš Kelemen and Pavel Regenda. Players like Kelemen 2 years ago was a part of Zvolen, Regenda, Michalovce. Now they are in NHL or NHL. Both of them got experience, but also both of them scored already in NHL. It is also, you're smiling when I'm saying it, because you must also be proud that you helped them, and they're like, for both of them, is like Cinderella story.
But, you know, this is what we've tried to create. I believe in it, obviously. And the first team I ever picked, suddenly the next day I'm hearing about, oh, you can't pick those players. You can't pick. Where did you get this team? And I don't read, I can't read the paper anyway, but I never read the paper, and I don't watch the news or anything. I make my own decisions. But Rego, we didn't take him his first year that we brought him in. He played the preseason games, but at the end he was one of the last cuts, and his attitude then was perfect. He took the ideas and went and worked on it. And the next year that I watched him in the league, I could see a different player. And Kello, I just liked his attitude, and we gave them a chance. And that's the point. I'm going to give you a chance. You must earn that, and then take advantage of it. Don't say, oh, I'm lucky to be here. Show me that you're good enough to be here. And those two did. And they showed the world that they were good enough. Some of the goals Regenda scored were really quite amazing. And his goal against Finland in the quarterfinals was brilliant. And I think even that goal was the final straw for the team to say, hey, we're going to give this guy something. And, you know, Kello scored the other day at his first NHL goal. And how did he score? Drove the defenseman into the goalie and jammed it in. And this is how they play. And we took advantage of that and pushed them to play like that. It's what you do. We like it, so keep doing it. Maybe you're not the best skilled player. I don't think I was the best skilled player. In fact, I'm really sure I wasn't. But I played hard. These guys play hard. That's what I want from our whole team. They bring an attitude with them, and they help young players. They help other players who see it, feel it. And the scouts saw it, and they felt it, and give them a chance. All I ever told anybody was give those boys a chance. Give our guys a chance. And I see it building. Our under-20 team played really, really well. And, you know, it makes you proud to see those players get their chance.
You gave a chance also with Miroslav Šatan, of course, to young guns 2 years ago. Now they are like also still at the beginning of the path to be superstars in NHL. But when you see the story of Juraj Slafkovský, especially him, do you maybe feel like he's your hockey grandson? Because you choose him, you were all the time with him, and I know that when he was drafted and picked number 1, that you maybe open champagne, I don't know, but you must be that happy for him, and also for Šimon as a pick number 2.
Yeah. When they were picked, and I couldn't believe it, and I went inside, told my wife, and I said, I think I better go for a walk because I might start crying, because I am emotionally attached to all of my players. I believe in them, and I am very proud when they prove their worth and other people see it, and it gives us a great feeling. It gives me a great feeling. And it's funny, with Slavy, I told friends, I said, I never coached a boy before with a shield or with a cage and braces on. And, there were stories that I couldn't take them. We took them to the Worlds, we took them to the Olympics, and what a show. And
the rest is history.
Yeah, and it is. And to see that, and now we have the National Hockey League sending people to watch our players again. I mean, Slovaks had so many great players in the National Hockey League, with Gabrick and Šatan and many others, and the Golden Boys or whatever they called them. But we want to start that again, and we are building that again, and we are going to continue to push that these boys can do it. And you know what? We've got older players that come back and play great for us, and this is important, that they want to come back and they want to be part of it, and they want to help us compete at that world level. And they're dragging these kids along with them and helping them along the way. Guys like Arivik and Solaric who have great attitudes, and they're good with the young people. And Gary Gernat, so they help other guys be better. And that's an important part of being a veteran player. And it's something you all should enjoy as veteran players, veteran people, and old coaches. You get a chance.
What is harder for coach? To find players and or to cut players?
For me, cutting players is heartbreaking. I'm not good at it. You think after how many years but when it comes down to the end of this, it's usually Miro that calls them in. I think also we want them to understand clearly why and maybe what they have to do to make it another time, like Bragenda did successfully. And it's a lot better for Miro to do it in the language that they best understand. So even though it's not easy for him, at the end it's probably Miro who makes that final call or final discussion. I've done it in the past in North America, and it's the hardest thing ever. Finding players is hard, and we scrambled to find players to make our team, but when you have to tell a player who's spent 4 weeks with you that, I'm sorry, this is not so easy.
Yep, I hope so. You will get right hand and everything. It's gonna be good for you, and you will find the best players. And I hope that the end of May will be pretty big party here. Not only because Depeche Mode will get concert in Bratislava, but also that you will get more spectators on streets.
I hope so.
Just can't get enough. You must win every single game. But I'm very happy that you are here, because this is nearly the end of our interview. As I said, you're here 6 years in Slovakia. You got teacher. So I got 5 words for you, and I would like to know how good you are in Slovak language. I would say the words in Slovak. And I hope, if you're... we will see how many words you know. You know what is dážnik?
I don't like tests.
Dážnik, you know what it is?
Yeah.
Umbrella. Okay. You know what it's snežienka?
Snežienka.
good pronunciation.
I know Snezzy is snowing.
Yes. It's
Snowstorm.
Nope, it's
No.
no, snowdrop.
Snowdrop.
Yeah. Žuvačka.
Nah.
Chewing gum.
I don't chew gum.
Javor. It's easy. This is easy.
Javor.
Javor. What is on Canada jersey?
A leaf.
Which leaf?
Maple leaf.
Javor is maple. And the last word?
See, now I'm failing a test. I know.
Sorry for it. Horčica.
What?
Horčica.
Horčica. Yeah.
You eating sausages and with?
Ketchup. No, I use mustard.
Horčica is mustard.
Oh, for crying out loud. I just bought some. You know, I was at the store and I had to get my translator out for apricot jam. And today I couldn't open the jar with these bad hands. It took me 5 minutes to get the jar open.
I've got my homemade apricot jam. I will bring you one time.
All right. Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
no.
You told me that you don't like quiz, but this is a hockey quiz. So every single team we'll get in our group. I got one question about the team. Also, there are some touches with you. First of all, our first opponent at the World Champs is going to be Czech Republic. You remember your first game as a coach of Slovak Republic? You
was in Trinitz.
Against Czech Republic. Do you know the score?
2-0.
Perfect. 1 point. Pavlović and Svita.
Our goalie was brilliant.
Who was their goalie? Braňo? Konrad? I don't know.
It could have been.
I can't remember. It's my fault. But okay.
It could have been him.
It was shut out. I remember it. Okay. Second opponent, home team Latvia. Do you know the name of a goalkeeper, famous Latvian goalkeeper who finished his career in Nitra? And now he is a part of a national team of Latvia.
No.
Arturs Irbe.
Oh, here.
He finished his career in Nitra. It's quite amazing.
Wow. Nope, I did not know.
Okay. Canada. Maybe it's a little hard. I don't know. Do you know who is the all-time franchise leader of points in the World Championship for Team Canada?
I would guess Jeffrey Smith. No?
Nope. It's Danny Heatley.
Oh.
It's a hard question. It was.
Well,
I don't know.
You got to understand, I never played in the World Championships. None of us ever played. And the guys eventually who went to the World Championships means they played on bad teams in the National Hockey League.
That's true. He plays in Atlanta a lot of years.
Yeah, but before I got there.
Yes. Switzerland. It's going to be our fourth opponent, but the question is main with Switzerland. In 2009, when the World Championship was in Switzerland, for Slovakia plays one defender. It was his only time he was playing for Slovakia and the team at the World Championship. Now he's a superstar in TV, dancer, TV analytics. You know Boris. He plays in Switzerland that time.
You know, I coached him in Atlanta for a little bit. Trošku.
Perfect. Trošku wasn't in that quiz. Sorry.
Yeah. You should have asked.
Boris, yes. Does he score that goal? No. All the time he's guessing that he scores one goal in NHL, but they gave the goal to Ilya Kovalchuk. I don't know if you were in that game.
No, Kovalchuk stole it. Boris scored.
Yeah.
No question.
Kazakhstan, our fifth opponent. Last year, the biggest defeat of the World Championship was in the game Kazakhstan against Denmark. Denmark won. Do you remember the score? Or how many goals they scored? It was the biggest.
10-2.
9-1. Nearly.
Close.
But the difference, there is okay. 8 goals, so I got it. It's okay. Slovenia. The most famous player from Slovenia, of course, is Anže Kopitar.
Yes.
This is probably a hard question. He scored his first NHL goal in 2002 against Anaheim. The goalkeeper for Anaheim is also well known here in Slovakia because when we beat Canada in 2002, he was a goalkeeper of that team. Do you know what's his name? He also won Conn Smythe Trophy in losing team.
No.
Jean-Sébastien Giguère.
I did not know that.
Okay.
I know that name, of course, but oh. See, now you make me look bad. All my players will be saying, he's not that smart after all.
Maybe they also got no chance about it. I don't know. Then
You should have let me write some questions. Okay, I have one for you. Who did I score my first goal against? And how many that game did I score?
You got me. I know that you were still like 8 as a Iron Man, but I don't know the...
Minnesota North Stars, Cesar Maniego, and I scored goals 1, 2, and 3, and we won 3-1.
Perfect. Nice.
And I only scored 3 more the rest of the year.
Perfect match.
It was a good match for me.
Oh yeah.
And they asked Cesar after the game, did you know him? And he said, no, I didn't, but I do now.
Okay.
Šťastný chlapec.
Šťastný chlapec, lucky boy. And lucky boy in 2012, my last question, because Norway is going to be the last opponent, was Patrick Thoresen. He was, that time, it was his best world championship. In 8 games, after 8 games he played, he was second in leaderboard of the whole tournament. Do you know how many points he got? Just try to pick some number.
I'd say... How many games? 8?
8 games. And he was second. The first was...
12.
First one was Yevgeny Malkin. Malkin's got 19 points. Thoresen got 18. Thanks God he's not playing anymore.
Yeah, I did see him. He was a really good player.
Yeah.
I remember him.
So.
It's funny I remember that name. I'm not very good with names.
Nice.
I forget my own sometimes.
But I know your name. CRAIG RAMSAY. It was a pleasure to...
So I get it on my shirt sometimes.
Yeah, it was a pleasure to be with you here. And one more time, I would like to say that all good luck to your team. I hope that you will enjoy it, even if it's going to be your last dance or something happened during summer. Of course, the best way to say goodbye to Slovakia is going to be with medal, maybe with gold medal. But right now, it's like nearly the end. I've got one present for you. Because as I told you, maybe it's the last dance for you. This is a present from us to you. You could open it. It's one thing that it will remind you that here in Slovakia there are. And as I told you, and we were talking about it in the car, we like Janošiks in Slovakia, so this is like CRAIG Janošik.
I remember this. All I said was, "Don't make me look bad."
I think it's good.
But see, you like those teeth. Slovak teeth. They're all Slovak teeth. Linda Borska made all my teeth, fixed all my teeth for me. So I'm a big part of Slovak.
Yes.
And she is too.
Yes, you are.
Building my teeth.
You teach us that American smile, because a lot of Slovaks are all the time in bad mood, but probably nearly every person that is close to you must have smile, because you're such a good... You've got such a good personality, Craig, and I'm also very happy that for this interview. I hope so you enjoy it.
Ďakujem. It is my pleasure, believe me. I told you, you have a good time and you make it very easy for me. Even though the questions were quite hard, I'm going to give somebody a bad time on the way home. And he's sitting close by. He doesn't know how much trouble he's in. he's going to see the other side. It's not a good side. This is a better side. Smiling boy.
Yes.
But, I thank you very much, and I really do feel part of everything here, and the people have made me feel very welcome. And this is a kind of thing that is quite enjoyable for me now. And I do feel part of everything here. So I try to pass that on to the players, that they should be happy and excited and fun. It must be fun. We must create that whole atmosphere of enjoyment and hard work at your best to do everything you possibly can is how you have the most fun.
Amen. And also I hope that everyone here in Slovakia will do dual citizenship for you all the time, because you are really part of us. You are like, not only for me, but for 5.5 million Slovak people. You are like 5,000,001 because you not only
Thank you very
from
much.
Canada, but also Slovakia.
Thank you very much, young man.
Thank you very much, Craig. No a sme na konci a dúfam, že sa vám náš podcast páčil. Môžete si ho pozrieť na sportnet.sk. Nájdete ho na YouTube, Instagrame alebo aj TikToku. Samozrejme, audioverziu si môžete vypočuť v rámci podcastovej platformy na Oh My Hockey. Pevne verím, že slovenskému tímu sa bude dariť a ešte raz ďakujeme Craigovi Ramsaymu za to, že si našiel čas a bol hosťom videopodcastu pre Sportnet.sk. One more time, Craig, thank you very much and good luck in Riga. And also, I hope that in Tampere, because there's gonna be finals.
That would be great.